Hi, this is Mike with Stahls TV, and today we're going to take a look at properly loading your vinyl into your Roland GX-24 vinyl cutter. So with that being said, we're going to take our roll, walk behind the cutter to our roll stand, place that on there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull up some material here and just load it in from the back. Don't really worry so much about position right now, because when we go up front, we'll make all the final adjustments. Okay. So you have our material loaded on the back, and you'll notice here there's these white indicators going across the cut rail, and what that indicates is where these pinch rollers have to be positioned in order for the cutter to feed the material properly. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and slide our roll over so that the edges are going to fall underneath the white areas, and I like to use these little lines here as my material guides to make sure we're nice and straight. Slide that there, slide my pinch roller over, and slide this one over, and then we'll go ahead and use the lever lock here to close those pinch rollers. Once we have our lever locked, we have a couple of different options to choose from, which was roll, which will measure the distance from right to left just for the width, piece, which will measure a piece of material from width and height, and then we also have edge, which will bring the leading material back so that we're cutting at the very top of the material and measure the width as well. So we'll go ahead and do that one first, and you can see how that works. It measured the width, and now it'll bring the material back to that sensor, and now we have a starting point of the top edge of the material. So we're maximizing our yield there. And if we had selected the edge, which you'll see, or the roll, which you'll see, it's essentially the same thing, but what it's going to do is it's not going to bring up the leading edge of this material. It's just going to simply measure it from right to left, thus making this our origin. So if we send a job to the cutter right now, it wouldn't use this portion. And what a piece would do simply is if we had, let's say, a 10 by 12 piece of material we wanted to load in, we would load it in, select piece, and it would measure that whole dimensions and give you a cuttable space that you have within that piece of material. And that's loading your material on a Roland GX-24.